Houston, we had a problem. We had a double intro. We had a double intro audio there because apparently I still had our stream open from when I was watching Ryan's. It's coming through my. So sorry about the weird intro music there, but this is episode 174 of our podcast,
Woo!
and
174. Happy 174, everyone.
it's almost the end of November.
Yeah.
Just finished our Black Friday sales in Canada. Now it's Cyber Monday right now. I don't know if you
You
guys have
see,
any of that.
no, what we seem to have done is based on the fact that the first time we decided to go with Black Friday and we completely fucked it up by virtually killing each other over cheap TVs that
Uh,
weren't even that cheap.
I bought too many cheap
Um,
TVs this sale.
uh, no, what we've done now, we've had Black Friday sales for the past 3 weeks, and hold on. So yeah, the Black Friday sales have pretty much ended. We didn't do Cyber Monday. We just sort of went all the way.
Yeah, well, we just finished our Black Fridays, and now it's Cyber Monday. But yeah, I bought 3 TVs.
3.
3.
So you weren't joking when you actually said you bought too many TVs.
Yeah, but all 3 TVs cost me a total of like $700.
Wow. All right, that's not bad.
That's like nothing. One of them's
Yeah,
actually gonna go into my
we did
truck.
currency conversion, didn't we, last week? Hold on.
That'd be about 400 pounds
Yeah, that sounds right.
for three TVs. You can't go wrong with that.
No, not really.
They're not the
Yeah,
greatest.
£412.51. Yeah, but generally Black Friday TVs
Yeah,
usually aren't.
the ones that go on sale aren't the greatest. Obviously
Mm,
nothing of the top of the line ever goes on sale.
no.
Like flagship stuff never really goes on sale. So I needed a TV for my truck because the laptop that I have there is starting to die.
Yeah.
So I figured there's a TV mount built into the truck, so I figured I'd get myself a TV for that.
Hmm.
My stepfather, his laptop upstairs that he uses as a main computer is dying, so we're setting him up with a PC that only has HDMI, and the monitor that we have doesn't have HDMI, so we had to get him a TV. So we got 2 of those ones, which were $200 a piece.
Of course.
Cheap 720. Uh, Nothing fancy there.
Hmm.
Just something that'll work, basically.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to upgrade the TV in my bedroom, so we got a slightly better quality smart. They're all smart TVs too, which is the scary part.
Oof. Oh, that's really good then for the amount of money.
Yeah. So as long as they work, as long as I can pull up Netflix, so I'm happy with it. And as long as I
Yeah,
can hook
that's
up
good.
to a computer, my stepfather's happy with it. So as long as it has the HDMI port that works, that should be fine.
Yeah.
And the one in our bedroom is gonna be a 1080p, not no 4K or anything like that, but it's just for
4K
watching
is
stuff.
still expensive.
It's not too bad. You can get 4Ks for $300-400 right now, but they're the crummier ones once again. Like we got a
Yeah,
nice
you,
4K
your low
TV.
end ones.
The one that you usually see behind me is a nice 4K TV,
Hmm.
58-inch 4K TV in our living room, but you can't see it now because of this pretty image, which finally works for me.
I've decided I'm getting a bit too messed up with seeing myself in the background in the same shirt that I'm currently wearing in this podcast. So hold on, I'm going to remove the effect. That's that's my background. We don't want that. Don't want that. Blur that. Yes, there is a rubbish bag in the back.
I love how you just moved too. It's like the camera
Oh, that's
angle
because
changed.
I turned off my auto frame. 1 second. I'm doing that. That's what I'm meant to be doing. And then I need to. What?
Live in
I meant to.
action.
Yeah, I meant to do background removal, not background replacement. There we are. So we do that.
Yeah, so
Because
you're
then,
doing yours through your graphics.
yeah.
I
Then
can't
I
do
guess
that,
what I can
unfortunately.
do through the magic of Discord.
through the
We are now.
magic of Discord. Whoa,
I'll turn off my camera.
that's
Whoops.
that's not what you meant to do.
Nope. Nope. What I
All the
meant to do
fails.
was this.
This? Oh, that's a very messy hairstyle.
Ah, yeah. Don't worry about it. That was just me reading the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook.
It's just very
Yep.
zoomed in and
Yeah,
very messy
that's
hair.
because it's very zoomed in and messy. Yeah, the messy hair is just me. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Hey,
We're
look,
all together
we're all
now.
twins.
Twins, triplets, mate.
Well,
I've got
me
called
and you
out
are
for this.
twins, and then me and Danny are twins, and then you and Danny are twins, and we're all
Yeah,
twins. Just do the
Why is mine
yeah,
comparison.
fair
backwards
enough.
to the others?
Fair enough. Let's celebrate.
I don't know why mine's backwards though.
Your own preview is backwards.
Because it's doing a selfie thing. You can actually change that in Discord, but it's like when you do a selfie picture on your phone, it actually inverts it so it looks like a mirror, not an actual flat image. Because there was a study done that people don't like the way they look if they don't see themselves the way a mirror shows them.
Shocker.
So the left side of your, like when you look at a mirror, the left side of your face is on the left side of the mirror. But
Mm.
everybody else, when they look at you, the left side of your face is on the right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So basically, selfie cameras invert the image so that you see it like you'd see it in a mirror.
Hmm.
Because there was a study done that we don't like the way we look without that inverted.
And the human
view.
brain is fascinating, isn't it? It'll be in the same way that we don't like hearing the sound of our own voice
Well, it's partially It's
when
partially we
played
don't
back.
we partially don't recognize ourselves because,
Mm.
for one, your voice sounds different because you hear it more through your head than you actually do through your. And well, you hear it through echo, like reflection, and
Mm.
through the inside of your head
Yeah.
more than what other people hear is a direct line. So but visually, all we ever see ourselves is reflections. We can't physically see ourselves like everybody else does. So when we see ourselves uninverted, like a mirror would invert us, we don't recognize ourselves per se.
Hmm.
Anyways, let's move on to actually what's been
Yeah,
played.
so we should probably actually introduce ourselves first as well because we didn't
Oh, we didn't do
actually
that
it,
either.
even though our names have been underneath the thing for the past 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah,
So
I've been hovering
Don't
over
worry.
it, so it should be showing our names anyways. But actually, it's Danny's
Yeah.
show. I don't think Danny shows for some reason.
Just I can see it. Just like L2.
There's
Just
a
there at
mouse
the
on
bottom.
Danny's face. There's a
By the
mouse
way,
on Danny's face. But yeah, we have names
yeah,
on the actual name tags too. But
yeah.
um,
So
for some
one
reason,
second while you go ahead and do that.
he's gonna put his hat on. So hi, I'm Terry
Okay.
or Dark X, and then over there is Danny or D or whatever whatever they want to be called, and Ryan down there.
Hi.
He's our trusty leader and faithful leader, and
You can't
walking
see
us
me.
off a
I can't
cliff.
see.
Oh, he's gone invisible. The blur isn't the greatest on this. I'm losing part of my face, but
Yeah,
I don't care.
well,
It's better than having to see my
we do.
background.
Yeah, we do what we do. Yeah, I don't want to see my messy living room in the back. So
It's actually
it's
not
just as
bad. It
it
just
works.
doesn't like my headphones.
Oh dear. Right. So yeah, Terry, you did say we were going to be moving on to what's been played.
Yeah, our
Our
normal.
usual first
Yeah.
part of this. Sorry, I'm
So
wearing so much XL merch. You'd think I'd be sponsored. I'm not.
I wish
I'm
they'd
just a huge
sponsor
fucking
us.
fanboy for the one LEC team so far this
We couldn't see
like
how many
off
fingers you were
season.
holding, by the
Yeah,
way. Your fist
one.
was up, but your finger
Yeah.
disappeared. That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the one LEC team so far that I'm feeling isn't that has not been involved in any off-season drama.
Here, I'm gonna do something
So
to try to fix my darkness here. I need to go to a web
hello,
page.
darkness, my old friend.
But yeah, so what's been
Oops, I
played?
brought it back on.
I'm just trying to help with some lighting here because it's starting to become nighttime here, and that's my only daylight right now.
Google.
So I'm
Not
putting
good.
a white Google screen in front of my face, which helps light my face up. See? So much better.
Fair enough.
Um,
Actually, now I need the ability to see my fingers every now and again. So, oh no, why? Why?
only one of them disappears.
That's a magic trick. Look at that.
Yeah, it totally vanishes. It totally disappears. That is so funny.
Magic circle, call me.
Yeah.
Penn and Teller, have I fooled you?
So, what's been
Uh,
played this week?
yeah.
Not a lot. I've been playing a lot of TFT, but I did get into
Mhm.
one game that I haven't played for a long time. I've been playing a lot of Space Engineers. Quite a few hours in the last few
Space
days.
engineers.
Because I had a whole week off. A whole week
Yeah,
off.
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Because of this, Terry appeared on Play Session.
Yeah, I played some Jackbox games and lost,
You
but I
did.
played some Jackbox games. I always lose
Yeah,
Jackbox.
losing is what's happening. I just realised, by the way, that we just ended up getting a, a like for the tweet that we put out for the socials from a comic book couples counselling, or the CBCC.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, hi.
Thanks, guys.
I believe the like will most likely have been from the fact that we hashtag podcast,
Probably.
but
But either
we'll
way,
take it.
it works.
Hey, look at it this way. I'm happy the fact that the the saga. So Terry, you haven't, because you've not been in Jackbox Party Pack games. By the way, we'll get to Space Engineers in a second for you, just to, and then we'll, you know us. We always love to, go off track. Um, yeah, are you aware of the, or what we call it, Immaterial game, is the shout out to Andy Poland storyline?
No.
So Andy Poland is the vice president of audio and sound at Jackbox Games.
Okay. Oh, yes,
And
yes, yes, yes.
yeah, so and generally a lot of the time on this, we always, when we were doing the pre-recorded play sessions, we'd always, shout out, because the credits would always roll by the time we finished the games, and most of the music in there was designed by Andy Poland for it, but in particular Trivia Murder Party. But he also voices the old man character in the You Don't Know Jack games. But so we always just made a joke of just like, oh yeah, shout out to Andy Poland, yeah, like, share, and subscribe, and Andy Poland will do something for us, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why we did the thing at the end of this recent play session live, where I won and, got told I cheated on um,
The,
the
the
Wheel
wheel
You
of
of
always
Enormous
cheat.
Proportions.
You always cheat.
Well, apparently I do. No more so than in TFT. I cheat so much I finish eighth a lot of the
Yep.
time. So
Well, the only one that cheats in TFT is Sapphire. She gets gold to like first round.
yeah, and
regular.
yet beating someone is paramount to cheating. But it's not beating someone, is it? It's beating Sapphire
Yeah.
is paramount to cheating. So
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
so the Wheel of Enormous Proportions. Everyone, before the game starts, everyone chooses a question, and the winner gets that question answered by the Wheel of Enormous Proportions. And so I answered, or asked, just for giggles, because I realised that Andy Poland was audio lead in that game. I just asked, "Can you do our music, please?" And Duncan was like, "No, can you just make us music? Can you do anything for us?" And the Wheel turned around and said, "Drum roll, please." Not a chance. So we all had a laugh at everyone's expense, most likely mine, and clipped it. Uploaded that clip on Twitter and just hashtagged, or like mentioned at Krabby Dad, which is Andy Poland's thing. So yeah, just to get a response on this, of sowing sowing the seeds of distrust between Jackbox employees and the games that provide them answers. You're getting a response of the Wheel of Enormous Proportions doesn't speak for me.
Yeah. It would have been funny though if he actually commented on it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that was his response on there, and he says, my response is never say never.
Yeah.
We'll push harder."
All
Yeah,
right.
it almost makes us feel like we're a little bit maybe what's the word, a bit obsessed with it, but it's a joke. It's a running theme. It's a running
Yeah.
theme. Just how
We'll
it is.
go with it. We'll
Yeah.
keep
So
going with
Space
it.
Engineers.
Yeah. So me and Danny played a little bit of Space Engineers, and yeah, I started a world, and unfortunately, I started a world that had no planets, and didn't realize that. But I don't really necessarily care. But
Yes.
we also started.
Oh, got his asteroids.
Yeah, we only got asteroids, and basically the game is just survive. You have to get ice to produce hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen for your jetpack, oxygen for living,
Breathing.
breathing. Important things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then a lot of other resources like iron, gold, platinum, nickel, all the metals and stuff like that, silver, silicon for making, like, all these things make parts and allow you to build crafts. And it's similar, like, it's a block-based game, a voxel block-based game, like Minecraft, stuff like that. There are some angled blocks, curved blocks, stuff like that, but it's still based off a grid system.
Yeah. I
And
mean, you say voxels, and I immediately think of Trove.
yeah, well, the main thing that this game started out with was the armor pieces, like the armor blocks, can actually get deformed.
Yeah. They get dented
When they
impact
get
damage.
shot, they can be warped out of place. It tries to make some sort of realistic damage physics. For the most part, it's in the survival series, they do more harm than they do good.
Yep.
Because if they exceed their square in the wrong direction, they can blow things up on the inside of your craft. So, like, if they expand, like when they get dented, if they extend towards like a cargo container, the cargo container can take damage and possibly break. And there must be some sort of like TARDIS like storage system in this where the contents of the storage can be larger than the actual storage container.
Yep.
So if you have a cargo container full of like ice or stone or something, and that cargo container breaks, the stone block might be bigger than that cargo container.
Might be bigger than the ship.
Yeah. So sometimes that container disappears, and all of a sudden this big rock appears in the middle of your craft that just poof, there goes your craft.
Yeah. It's just basically, you've got like cargo container, rock.
Yeah.
Ship.
And your ship just all of a sudden explodes.
Oh god.
We haven't run into that problem on this server, but when I first made the world, all that there was us, asteroids, and pirates.
Yep.
And we haven't managed to find an asteroid that has magnesium on it, which is one of the resources we need to make ammo. So we can't make any way of defending ourselves from pirates or asteroids. Or meteors, sorry, not asteroids.
Yeah, we have.
Because there's random meteor shower events that happen around players, which can just damage your stations and stuff like that. It's just a random occurrence thing to kind of keep you on your toes.
It was like that asteroid that we saw the other day. Clearly hit like dozens of asteroid storms.
Yeah.
Because it's just cratered.
But yeah, we searched and searched and searched, trying to find magnesium. We spent probably 6 hours yesterday just trying to find an asteroid that had magnesium on it.
Well, put it this way: we've done a 60-kilometer radius check.
Well, we haven't done a full 60-kilometer radius, but we went out 60 kilometers in one direction and worked our way back in a slightly different path, but never found any.
We've done like a 30-kilometer one because I've gone in most directions right
now. It's hard to judge because you're in a 3D space.
Yeah, that's the tricky bit.
It's really hard to judge where you've been because there's no map or anything. All you have is GPS waypoints kind of thing. So you can just sort of judge how far you are from one of your waypoints. And you don't know if you're, say, north, like, obviously there's no really north, south, east, and west in space, because you need 2 extra dimensions. Well, 2 extra directions. Because there's north, south, east, and west, up and down if you want to go that way. So you don't really know if you're just going straight north, or if you're going north up,
But
northwest.
you can also your ship is in a 3D space, so you could be upside down and
Yeah,
not know it.
he every time Danny came back to the base, he was upside down.
Oh, of course.
But there is no upside down in space. But
Yeah.
It was just like trying to dock, and it was just like you're upside down, like
yeah. But yeah, we haven't managed to find magnesium, and hopefully we can, because obviously it's kind of hard to fight off pirates without any ammo. But ammo's not only
Mhm.
used just for pirates; it's you can set up base defenses to shoot meteors and
Meteors.
stuff that are going to try to destroy your base. Because the meteors will
hopefully-
crash into your blocks and break them, and if they crash into something like a production block, like your refinery, which refines the ores into ingots, usable ingots, then it'll blow that up, and then you have no way of producing parts.
or say it hits a container. Container then wipes out the entire facility.
Could
Oh.
be lots of problems. But yeah, that's what
Because
I've been playing lately.
again,
Besides League of
here's your
Legends,
facility. Massive boulder appears. That sets up a chain reactor.
especially if you have gravity, because there's gravity generators that will affect rocks.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect ships and stuff, but it affects rocks. So as soon as that rock pops out of the container, it's now affected by gravity and tries to go through your base.
Yep.
Of course.
So, all right, Dee, what have you played? Obviously,
Depends
partially.
on who I'm playing with.
Well,
Because with you, I've been playing Space Engineers and TFT.
yeah.
With Steph, I've been playing LOL, Warframe, and what else was it? LOL, Warframe, and Final Fantasy 14.
Mhm.
Because we're leveling
Oh,
up.
next week.
Because we're leveling up
Yeah.
our alt. Well, we're doing an alt
Next
bet
week.
because we're waiting for next week.
What comes
And
out
then with
next week?
Sapphire, I've been playing more Stardew. I've been playing Stardew Valley with her.
Oh yeah, Stardew
Oh.
Valley.
To answer your question on next week, Terry, new expansion
Of?
Final Fantasy's expansion.
of
Oh,
Final Fantasy 14.
You know the
Endwalker.
the Endwalker that we've been waiting for. That's been out by now, but it's been delayed.
I have no idea
Yeah.
because I don't play it.
It was. Yeah, the Endwalker should have been out on the 23rd of November, but there was a 2-week delay because the director wasn't happy with it. So, 2-week brush up, and then cookbook.
Yeah, you got the book.
Ooh, a cookbook from a game.
Yep.
Yeah, ready for a new video game challenge that will be happening soon, maybe at the beginning of next year. Now,
You're the beginning of next
um,
year.
you're the beginning of next year.
You don't even know how to come back to that.
No, I don't. But we joked when the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook came out, and it was, I think you guys had talked about it um quite a few podcasts ago about it coming out. Steph made a whole idea of, oh yeah, Ryan, this cookbook, Final Fantasy 14, yeah, and I said, oh yeah, look at that cookbook, I'm gonna buy it. Because I want to cook some of the recipes, and he said flippantly, as he does, not thinking about what he was saying, Ryan, if you cook a recipe out of that book, I'll eat it. His book. And yeah,
He's
the
put one
video game
stipulation
challenge.
since then.
Yeah,
one
the video.
stipulation.
Yeah.
No fish.
Yeah. Well, two stipulations. One, no fish. Two, in this book, it's all graded from easy to hard. I am not allowed to cook him something that is on the easy scale.
It has
I
to be
actually have to.
hard.
I actually have to, work on doing something, and therefore, this will be the announcement of video game challenge codename Oven Sword,
Oven sword.
or well, Oven's Ward.
Oh,
A play on words of the first expansion to Final Fantasy XIV, Heaven's Ward.
I thought Realm Reborn was the first one.
Realm Reborn is the Prime game. That isn't an expansion.
Okay.
So yeah, Heaven's Ward, Oven's Ward. Eh?
No.
So wasted on you people.
Look
Wasted
into
on
the
you.
Ouroboros.
No,
Look at the Ouroboros.
no. I'll just freeze frame now while you just finish off talking about what's being played for you.
Well, which one do you want me to talk about?
Well, talk about your experience in Space Engineers, what you've been exploring.
Oh well, basically, I've only been playing it because you've been playing it, but I just you said you wanted minerals, so I've gone to basically try and find mining stuff. So I've got into mining stuff now. And then you've been mining itself,
Yeah.
except for that time when I kind of got too close to an asteroid.
Or the base.
Yeah, that happened. I got too close and I blew up my ship.
A couple of times. To the
Just a
point where
couple
we had to put what's called a projector onto a ship.
to rebuild it from scratch.
Basically, the projector, whenever a block is broken, it'll make a fake image of that
Holographic.
block, so you can bring your welder out and repair your ship part by part.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah,
Does it happen often?
with Danny a lot. Actually, I can't just blame Danny, because there was a point where I crashed into Danny
Yep.
with my mining ship. My mining ship
Now, does
weighs
that
about
happen often?
not as often. I'm
Not as
pretty
often.
good with my mining ship.
The epic one is when we were flying to get parts to build the ship and we hit each other. And
Yeah.
that murdered both of us.
Yeah, two little space suits floating around our base.
So
In-
yeah, like
in a-
yay big.
In a massive space. Like there's no tight corridors or anything. It's just an open space
It's just
basically.
an open world.
And
Like
two
yeah.
little people in spacesuits managed to collide mid-air, traveling between two different locations.
At max speed.
4 different locations, technically. We each were going from our own point A to point B's. And
Yeah.
we hit each
See, this-
other at full speed.
You see, this would be impressive if it wasn't just so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit each other at 110 kilometers a second each other.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
And it just went.
If you just try to make sound, it's not making anything. I heard boat. That's it.
Stupid noise reduction. Obviously, I'd have to turn it off, but then you'd hear all the background afterwards.
Nope,
No,
it doesn't work. Oh well.
But no,
Damn it.
it's just But yeah, that was epic.
But yeah,
That
there
an
was
epic fail.
the one
other
time.
one-
The
the
main
other one is
problem.
when
The main problem
is
I
when
have
we-
with my miner is that it's 17,000 kilograms empty. So 17,000 kilograms empty. So the thrusters are okay, are pretty good at 17,000 kilograms. It can stop pretty quick and basically go from full speed to nothing in a reasonable amount of time. But when it's full of ore, it's 107,000 kilograms. It gains 80,000 kilograms or 90,000 kilograms of
that
mass.
makes stopping distance. What makes stopping distance way trickier.
Basically, when I'm fully loaded, it takes me to go from full speed, or it takes me to go from like 20 meters a second to 0 meters a second, as much time as it would take me from empty to go from full speed, which is 100 meters a second, to 0.
Right.
So I have to remember that if I'm fully loaded, 20 meters a second and something's 500 meters in front of me, that's in danger. That is danger.
Well, basically, you have to stop about 4 kilometers out.
Yeah,
You
my
have to start thinking
miner.
about the accelerator. instead
Yeah,
of, like,
when I'm
two.
coming back from a far asteroid on my miner, if I'm 5 kilometers away from my base, I have to start
You're-
hitting the brakes. It takes me 5 kilometers to stop from 100 meters a second.
Well, it's just basically like instead of like 100, then you'd be kind of like risky at 100. But
Yeah.
God damn.
basically, you got to think about these space engineers has got a lot of physics
hmm
to work out. It's like that time in our old world where you had the objects collide error. So you would have two objects, and because they technically touching and they're gyros and they move.
Oh yeah, that they've sort of worked on
Yeah.
that bug a lot. It used to be very bad when ships
Basically,
were landed on other ships or platforms.
the error collide would happen and everything would just spin. Like the base.
Oh yeah. That's a totally different physics problem, but yeah. when you have moving parts like rotors and pistons and stuff like that,
Hmm.
it doesn't take into account certain physics. So like if you have a piston trying to push another part of the ship, it will actually take that as a directional force added to that ship. So you can actually
Hmm.
make a ship travel almost by pushing itself
Yeah.
Oh,
because it
Um,
basically doesn't know how to calculate the physics.
the other one is it doesn't calculate it. It's like the mass. It fucks up the mass, so it'll sort of multiply the mass and everything will just go boom
Yeah.
because it can't calculate what's going on.
But yeah,
It just trips balls and
there's been many times that I've built some complicated mining like
Interesting.
rover on a planet because it's gravity based. It's easy to do. You just put imagine a bulldozer. You're trying to make a little thing on the front that goes up and down so that it can carve out a hole that it could drive through.
It's like your forklift.
Yeah,
That was buggy as hell.
yeah. So basically, you have to have some rotors so it can pivot, and then you have to have a piston to lift it because the rotors aren't strong enough. So you have a piston that'll push out, but sometimes the game doesn't consider the physics right and doesn't see that you're pushing from that vehicle to the same vehicle. So it should technically counter its own physics. But it doesn't do that. It sometimes, all of a sudden, the craft just starts to fly away through gravity. It doesn't even care that there's gravity anymore. It just floats away. So,
God
It's just
damn.
like because the gravity on the planets, well, it's different on each planet, but it's like the planet we were on was the same as Earth, so it was using Earth's gravity.
yeah.
So we had to put Earth's gravity in to put effect. So like if you wanted to lift, you needed to break Earth's gravity, so you need to work out the thrust ratio for that.
Yeah.
You have to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You have to think about how, and then like when we're on the moon's like a third of it.
A third of it or something, yeah.
So we could break atmosphere quite quickly because it's like I hit you, but you hit someone, and in low gravity they just go out into space and just drift off.
Yeah, if you crash into something that doesn't have, like when you're in space, if you crash into something that doesn't have thrusters or gimbals to counter itself, it'll just start drifting off indefinitely. Whereas at least in
Yep.
space, it'll just bounce and then roll into the ground and stop. But anyways, that's enough of Space Engineers. What have you played, Ryan?
Right. Well, what I was about to say, I was just waiting for just a little break on there. That I am absolutely dehydrated and parched at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and disappear and grab a drink, and you two can try and have a guess of what you think I've played.
Okay.
I think
Well, we
know.
know one thing that you've been playing because you've been streaming it.
Yeah.
So go get your
Yeah.
drink
Well,
and we'll
no.
start talking.
In particular, this new one, the new one that I haven't discussed yet. So
I
take
have
a break
no
from last
idea.
week. I'll be back.
What do you think he's played then? Because I have no idea. Something new this week.
It isn't Runeterra.
Let's sneak into his Steam list and see what he's done.
It could be on his Nintendo Switch.
Oh
could be
yeah,
like the
probably
Pokemon.
is actually.
He plays his Switch a lot when he's not on there. And I know
Let's
he's
see.
continuing
Where
with
is he on
Persona.
Steam?
I'm gonna say something to do with Switch.
Okay, time's up. What did you think I said?
No fucking idea. We were gonna try to sneak onto your Steam or something to see if we could
But
figure
no,
it out.
I'm thinking it's something to do on your Switch.
No,
Personally, not Switch.
no. You were looking in the wrong place. You should have looked through my Xbox history.
Damn
But
it!
oh,
I knew it was
So,
gonna be a
yeah.
console.
Never played it when it came out on the Xbox One.
Okay.
And recently, due to Game Pass and Game Pass console, I mean, I could have played it
Forza.
on PC as well. No, no.
Oh, I have downloaded Forza 5, but I haven't played it yet.
Fair enough. It was
As he takes a drink.
Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
Oh, I like Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is funny as fuck.
I've had some fun with that. So Sunset Overdrive was a game developed by Insomniac Games, who are known for mainly the original Spyro games, but also Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And it shows
very
in this game.
It's very cartoony. but it's very
Mm.
stupidly cartoony. Like
Yeah,
when you
very
see,
very
like,
self-aware. It's self-aware is the self-awareness. The game is basically what I would call this. Goodbye, Terry.
yep.
Please,
But yeah,
please
in
come
terms
back.
of,
Yeah. So
but
so.
it's like when things
Mm,
go pop, it has the like the pop and
mm-hmm.
boom.
I was about to get to that.
Sorry, I like
So
Untitled.
yeah, Sunset Overdrive. For those who haven't played it, it came out a few years ago. One of the Xbox One launch titles, um, and is another one of those zombie apocalypse sort of games, but
It's sandbox,
combined with Ratchet and Clank's hilarious weapons and
just daft.
weirdness. Yeah, so the game is set in Sunset City, I believe it's just known as,
Yeah,
in the midst of a in the midst of an accidental mutant invasion. Turns out the company that owns energy drinks around the US called Fizco
God damn it, Red
uh,
Bull.
rapidly generated something called overcharge,
give you energy.
and
But
yeah, it gives
instead
you
of
nice
using,
energy, but turns you into a frothing mutant in the process.
yeah, and
And
the event where they launched the product is Ground Zero
mhm.
that you're working at the time.
Get back here, Terry.
Um,
Get back.
he's got an invisibility
Right.
cloak.
Yeah.
He's a
So
wizard.
so your character, the player,
Hmm.
just known throughout the game as player, is
Yeah,
a custom generated character who was originally a worker for like they were like really low down on the chain at Fizco.
it's like the guy.
And then ends up like saving, having to save, well, to try and escape from the city to tell people the truth.
Mhm.
Because apparently this energy company, this like energy drink company, is so rich that they control the media and the cops and everything like that, and have basically quarantined the city and told everyone, oh, just everyone died in a freak accident. Don't worry about it. So it's
Yeah,
fine. So you're out there to expose it and survive and escape.
yeah,
Um, I've not got very far into the game, so I only know a couple of characters.
yeah.
There's Walter, who the ex-security guard of Fizco, who was there
Mm.
before everything got automated. What's the name? Lloyd? Is his name Terry? Stop that! Come on.
I'm having way too much fun with that.
Yeah, clearly.
It's distracting you, which is awesome.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you've got like the.
Yeah,
Uh,
Colin Robinson.
have you
Sorry, I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows
have you
recently.
done the
Terry's an
thingy
energy
event?
vampire.
Have you done the
What?
night event
No.
where you
I no. I like I say, I've literally met a couple of characters. It's only been a
okay.
short play. Walter, Flynn, or Lloyd, or whatever he is, like the scientist, and I'm in an area with the Oxfords, bunch of like
Oh,
fucking kids, self-entitled pricks I just want to smack. Um,
yeah.
and and
Can you
so
get me a?
I'm in a thing of trying to get a propeller. That's as far as I've got. So
We have
I'm gonna still try and think of it as first playthrough. I'm trying to not. I'm just trying to just dive into it. But
okay, but
sort
yeah,
of enjoying,
it's kind of fun. The
yeah, sort
event
of
thing is annoying.
enjoying the weapons with, like I said, mentioned Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. The weapons level up. They're all ridiculous. Like the first thing you get is a flaming compensator, which is a flaming shotgun that looks like it's got a couple of balls at the handle. This is very not the Insomniac way. This is like Ratchet and Clank crazy, but if they've been told, yeah, you don't need to be family friendly,
Yep.
Yeah.
so
A
they
lot of
turned it up
the
the other way.
So
There's
they almost.
swearing and gore all over the place.
What was
It's
that
just
other game that was sort of like open world but very dirty?
Saints Row.
Yeah,
it's kind of
Yeah,
like Saints Row.
kind of like a Saints
yeah.
Row kind of thing, where they just said
Yeah.
we're gonna go as dirty as possible, basically, without going nudity and stuff like that.
Oh,
Just
that
No,
hasn't stopped them.
really, I didn't think they went into nudity, but
no, in Saints Row
They
you do.
kind of did, but naked
Yeah, you go butt naked
in
in Saints
Saints
Row.
Row, definitely.
oh, I don't remember that. But either way,
There was an event right near the end as well that you basically got chased through the city butt naked.
Yeah, they pixelate the
Yeah, the
dixelate,
pixelate. They blur out the key
the
parts,
dixelate.
but
I can't have that as a title.
they blur it.
yeah,
Yeah,
They blur it like the backgrounds.
yeah, but
but
yeah, I mean, yeah, sort of enjoyed it, and
You won't.
may go back to it again. It's
I found the
right.
challenges a bit tricky, personally,
The
and like the night
challenges.
and the upgrades.
Mm,
To upgrade, you can do a night wave event where you got to survive wave after wave. Um, yeah, it's just you build defenses and hold the hub for like 5 minutes. Really, Terry?
I'm just looking at Ryan, looking at me like, what the hell?
yeah, generally, and then
It's
because I do
winter
that, and I
here,
have this.
okay? It's cold. I has blanket. There's snow on the ground, okay?
So have I.
So have
Oh, Ryan doesn't have a blanket.
radiators. Uh,
Ryan's
But
got
no,
it. Ryan's got enough tummy to keep himself warm.
Rom
I don't have any tummy to keep me warm.
does not feel the cold.
Exactly.
But no, it's just yeah, I don't know.
It's fun. That's basically just what it is. It's just mindless fun and very stylized and comic booky, and it's like it's a way of seeming to slight departure for Insomniac before they then ended up back in the minds of Ratchet and Clank. I think they did Resistance at one point as well, which was again a big deviation because it was like set in World War II when aliens took over. And that was
Yeah.
very
World War II when
gritty.
aliens took over.
Yes, rather than fighting the
Interesting.
Germans, aliens arrived. But yeah, right. News time then.
News! Which one are you starting with? I can put the sources in.
I am starting with the PC Gamer article regarding Dragon Age. Where's Steph? He needs to be disappointed
I see a PC gamer about.
about Dragon
Oh
Age.
yeah, it is. Okay, yeah.
Yes, the headline: Dragon Age
If I could
4's
actually copy, it
senior
would be
creative.
nice. There we go.
Yeah, Dragon Age 4's senior creative director has left BioWare. This sort of happened a couple of days after podcast, but or after last week's podcast, but
As it always
it's
does.
happened. Yeah,
That's
it all seems to
gonna-
be like the planets are aligning to the point that Dragon Age 4 will not come out. Just absolutely
Well, they're doing better
crazy.
than Valve. Valve can't count to
Uh,
three.
Well, Valve have also decided that they don't need to make games anymore if they can just sell games.
I told you the joke that what's it called had it in it. What's that space game that I've been playing? Not Space Engineers.
Another space game.
The one that I was streaming for a while, but then my computer started to die on it.
X4.
Yeah, X4. If you have a luxury a ship dock, there's little LED screens that just sort of go by, like advertisement screen. And it said Half-Life 4 released 1,999 years after the release of
Wow.
It's
of
like,
Half-Life 2.
Have you played Holy Potato Weapon Shop?
No, I haven't.
Anyways,
That's meme the video game.
Anyways,
yeah.
onto your news, because we sort of interrupted that. So
Matt Goldman, the senior creative director of Dragon Age, according to PC Gamer, had basically just left. Mutually agreed to part ways was the response from BioWare boss Gary McKay. Quote, "Hi everyone, hope you're well. Writing to inform you that Matt Goldman is leaving BioWare. We've mutually agreed to part ways, and his last day is today."
Something's happened.
So
at
in other
BioWare
words,
then.
there was a fight of some sort. If they left today.
Something's happened.
Something's happened at BioWare where he's had to step down.
Yeah, because
Most likely.
you've got to be careful on that. Because when it always seems to be with the way that the games companies have been going, if someone's having to step down, it's generally there's been some sort of
Well, he didn't step down, he left.
left. Well, stepped down, left, departed,
That's a
got
quick...
shown the door.
Stepping down is usually them staying with the company. They're just giving the lead position to somebody else. Whereas he mutually decided that he was no longer going to work there.
Yeah, so how long do you reckon before there's
A scandal.
there's a what the fuck BioWare?
Let's see. Well, that'll be fun. There was no what the fuck Blizzard this week, which is kind of a... At least I didn't see
God.
anything.
God, I mean, well, to be fair, we all need to simmer over after last week's What the
Yeah,
Fuck
it was
Blizzard.
pretty bad last week.
I didn't know
Ooh.
what was it?
No,
do I wanna know?
everything.
Yeah, pretty much
Everything.
everything came out.
Ah,
It was
So yeah, so like the everything that we thought had happened in January was basically the tip of the What the Fuck Blizzard iceberg.
yeah.
ah.
We'll just say that we don't want to get back to that. So that's some sort of bad news in regards to Dragon Age 4. Sorry, Steph. It's just going to be a while longer.
Bad news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. There's bad news. Right. Anyway, now good news though. If you have a look at the Kotaku article, Terry,
Cyberpunk.
that's the one.
Okay.
Apparently, Cyberpunk is now
Actually had
having, according to this,
Its
according
first
to the
good
Kotaku
day.
article, yes, first good day. Oh my god!
It's only been what, a year and a
Finally,
half?
it looks like. Yep, and it looks like it's starting to get fixed to the point where the game is what it should have been
When it was
a year and a half
released.
Playable.
ago. It was playable, but it was buggy as shit. And
And see, that would have been fine if they released it as a beta.
yeah, maybe.
They went,
I
oh,
mean,
here's the game, and it's like this.
I'll say this: it's not an RPG either. Fuck you, Game Awards.
Really?
No, it's a shooter with RPG elements. It is not an RPG game. Get the fuck out.
Well, it's like oh, actually, speaking of awards, you can do the Steam Awards thing at the moment.
Oh,
For
there's a
nominees.
lot too much. I mean, the problem that I've got with the Steam Awards on this, D, just so you know, I'm not trying to just take you off it, but the Steam Awards are all just what did people on Steam like playing, and how can we just keep getting them to vote for it over and over again? They
Mm.
don't usually work on the same thing, and they're not really a yearly award. If fucking name some Valve game. If Left 4 Dead can keep winning a Steam award every year, and Valve have not released a game for 9 years, is it really
Well,
award worthy?
well, to be honest, this year when I was actually doing the things, except for one category, it's
Hmm.
games that have been released on Steam this year that you've
Holy
voted
fuck!
for.
Holy fuck!
It has to be released in 2021 to be
Wow,
nominated.
about time. So we're not re-released FTL for the 50th time though, have we?
No.
There's your favorite game of all time. That's the blanket one. Like
Yeah.
the game that you like your hardcore game that you like to play. But every other award you choose from the game, it goes, well, you've played these games that have been released this year. These are your choices.
Hmm.
So it's give me the Steam games that's been released in 2021 that I own and that I have played to put in for nominations.
Ah, right. Okay. So there isn't actually a set of nominations yet.
It's basically it's just been getting pulled in right now.
Yeah.
But you can only choose for one category. So each
Mhm.
game is one category. Like my favorite music or da 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 da. What is kind of
Right. Yeah.
what I find a bit better than it was. I mean, it's games I've played. It's basically it's games that have been released this year. What is kind of like different.
Mm. Point of order. I'm sure I played Curse of the Dead Gods last year, but there'll probably be some machinations of, no, you played early access last year. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
a,
if a
so
game
there's a,
fully releases, they should get a chance to be considered that year's release.
yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I give the same sort of shrift to Hades, where everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this is the game of the year," and I'm like, "Yeah, fucking suckers! I've been playing it for the past 2 years." Uh, but
Yeah, but no,
yeah.
it's at least it's a bit more relevant because it's games that have been
Well,
released this year.
yeah, no, I understand where you're at now, and what say we'll keep an eye on it then, because there isn't the awards are the same as they've always been. Best game you suck at, VR, True Love Award, all that
Yeah,
business. But there isn't any nominees yet because
they're still pulling the
it's
data.
in the open letter stage.
Yeah, they haven't
But
put the
we'll come
data
back
in
to
yet.
it. which is probably more likely than the Games Awards, which is basically, oh, which game did everyone like the look of? Well, let's forget whether it was actually any fucking good Cyberpunk 2077, and then we'll get back to the news at hand now. Yeah,
Sorry
apparently,
about that.
there's a lot of fixes going on now, um, and wow, 10th of December 2020. So yeah, just almost a year later, reviews on Steam are now very positive.
Woo!
So I mean, that's not Witcher 3 levels. Witcher 3 levels would have been overwhelmingly positive, but
Yeah.
very positive considering the absolute shit show that was the first few months of the
Well,
game's
yeah.
release.
Pretty much every comment was, "Oh, it looks nice, but I kept getting stuck here," or "Oh, it looks nice, but this happened and I can't play," or "My save file wouldn't work," or it
And
was
then
just
then you could then you got others like it doesn't look nice, and I also fell through the floor.
yeah,
Oh, then I come to this crosswalk and saw the same 5 people constantly walking across the road and back.
yeah. Or all of a sudden my game went down to 2 FPS when I went around this corner
Hmm.
because it wasn't optimized.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
It's a shame because what was there of the game and what I played was not bad. Repetitive, but not bad.
I can't say anything because I've never played it.
No, don't
Mm.
worry about it. May go down on deep discount at some point.
Oh, it will eventually.
Yeah. So what else is there? Right, so now we can move into sort of recent news. Eurogamer article.
The Pokemon
Okay.
one.
Pokemon. Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond, the recent re-releases of Pearl and Diamond for the Switch, have come out, and the game's been out for a week or so. There's already been speedrunners are already at it. The headline here: Pokemon Shining Pearl beaten in just 33 minutes.
How do you beat that in 33 minutes?
So we'll have a look here. Speedrunner and content creator Worster, according to the Eurogamer article that we've sourced, shared a video on speedrunning the game is believed to be a world record for an any percent speedrun. So that's just basically using whatever mechanics are available to the game to just get to the end.
Yeah, without
Is
editing,
generally what I
without editing the game file, basically.
correct. So apparently there's glitches. Of course, he uses plenty of glitches and tricks, according to the article. Skipping trainer battles and Elite Four. What? Tricks include turning the music volume to 0, which stops jingles from loading, interrupting door opening animations to avoid other scripts starting, and using other interruptions to open multiple menus, surf over land, and travel out of bounds. And he is on YouTube. In fact, what we can do here is for everyone's perusal, Eurogamer did show the YouTube video of his
Oh, I
run.
did.
So yeah, 33:10 current world record. Just absolutely mental.
Yeah, but
I mean, to be fair, a lot of this as well is that while Diamond and Pearl and while all the games have been upgraded to look at shinier graphics and stuff like that, generally the core gameplay is the same as its original.
yeah, it usually
So
is.
so that's sort of where that comes from. But
See, I would
yeah,
like to see someone complete all of the badges and everything. Elite
so
Four,
you'd be
everything.
looking for like full speed runs.
Yeah, like a full playthrough speed run. That's what I would like
Hmm.
to see. See how fast they could do that,
Yeah, but I
rather
think
than
this
glitching through
this is
the.
still impressive as well because I mean it just this is QA that shouldn't even really have gone through. I mean, something as simple as turning the volume down,
Yeah,
which helps, which helps when I guess in combat, if you're not hearing like the jingle for winning a match,
or possibly the sound effect of the Pokemon spawning.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So if that just gets in, that's it's impressive to find that that's there, but still, that's just weird.
But also,
then
how did they
speaking
beat
of
the
weird,
last fight?
well, I guess if you just sort of glitch through the finger, yeah. I mean, I guess like how do you,
Because you have to
where are
level
you
your
getting
Pokemon.
through? Yeah, you have to beat the champion.
Yeah.
So
So you have to get
yeah,
at least to like level 50 some odd Pokemon.
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the video could be watched at some point, and we'll just find out where he did it. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at some of the splits,
Oh, how?
yeah, final boss champion. It just shows all the splits on the side, so it's just like
He
what?
must have just like literally just farmed his one main starter Pokemon. Or a few starter,
And
like
then just
few
went,
glitched to the boss, like the end boss.
yeah. Oh,
That's
that's
probably what
mad.
the whole time was mostly just leveling his Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, mad lad. We salute you. And speaking of mad lads, Jesus, this one. See, we never experienced this because this all happened in America. But Burger King,
Okay.
back in the day, Xbox 360 tie-ins with brands was a big thing. Doritos
Mm,
Crash Course, that's what we got over here. But in America, you could get yourself a Burger King and you could get yourself one of 3 Burger King Xbox games. Like King Kart was one. And then there was a stealth game, according to this enemy article, called Sneak King. Whereas the Burger King, you'd probably have to sneak into a Burger King restaurant, grab a burger, and, get the hell out. A pro wrestler by the name of Leroy Patterson, and I don't know what promotion they are.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Not. Leroy Patterson, wrestler. Pro wrestler for Freak Show Wrestling.
Hmm.
Fair enough. So, yeah. I mean, pro wrestler is just the usual stats for doing the predetermined matches of wrestling. But yeah, he's known to be to be owning 2,706 copies
Of the Burger
of
King
Sneak
video
King.
games. Yeah.
wow.
Why?
Almost enough to
Who
take
knows?
over an entire room in his house. Yeah, why? I mean, why? I mean, a lot of people didn't even really want. Whoa, my God! Have you seen the picture?
Nope.
Oh dear! If
Is
you
there a
can get
picture of
this
this
on the.
room with them all? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm just gonna
Ed,
place it in the news Discord.
I
One
can
sec.
put it right into the video for a second.
Yeah, that's apparently the picture of his room.
Oh wait. How would I do that with the? Hold on. Let's shoot. 1 second. Technical
That's what he gives
difficulties.
terrible difficulty. So I'll just keep vamping while he's going. So yeah, so that's off on
Let's
Reddit,
try this now.
which is just absolutely
Transition.
mental.
Hey, transition. Thank you. That is the image.
Transition. Oh
That's it.
God, it's just
Oh,
absolutely
he's on the stream.
mental. Yeah, it's on the stream. Oh my! I mean, look at that. That is
It's
just. I mean,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
Why?
It's absolutely ridiculous. And is that like got a collector's edition version in the back as well? Oh no, it's the triple pack. I was telling you the
Yeah,
other 2 Burger King games.
but
It's
like
mental because
that's like 4 feet by like 8 feet. That's like a full sheet of drywall for your house,
yeah,
and then it's probably like 3 feet thick.
I mean, I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. It's impressive. I love all the stuff in the back. I mean, he's got PS5 controllers. I still can't even get a PS5. There's a mini PlayStation, mini Genesis, mini SNES and NES. There's a Commodore, a couple of little arcade cabinets. He's got an IOI headset from Ready Player One in the back
Yeah, he's got
as well.
everything in there, man.
Yeah, but then that is just completely overshadowed by 2,000 odd green boxes with Sneak King on the front of it. I mean, it's just
Why do you need that
abs-
many? I hope you.
I
I don't know, man.
you don't need that many. Just it's just mad. It's
Oh, people will
absolutely
be
mad.
people.
Yeah. I love this. One of the quotes here: "If they're worth something someday, we are rich. If they're worth nothing, it's a funny story and journey."
And a lot of money down the drain.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, so what was it? It was $3.99 with any purchase of a value meal.
Yeah, so you had to buy the
So
value meal, which is like at least an extra $5.
yeah, so you're looking at like $10 a piece.
Yeah.
Let's just give it a round estimate. Times that by 2,706, and oh my god, well, yeah, so $27,060. It's
Man,
just
oh
it's just
man.
mad. Though that being said, if he's a collector, he probably won't have bought them all. He'll have just got them off.
Yeah, he probably got them off people that
And
didn't want them.
yeah.
Hey, you got any of
Mhm.
these? Goes to garage sales and stuff like that, yard sales, and
Yeah.
I'll just take
Yeah,
those.
sorry, I'm looking for Sneak King. Do you have it? Why do you want that? Reasons?
Oh, I
All
like it.
right.
I think they're really cool.
Yeah, but it was a great AAA design, and certainly wasn't just a shell for Burger King.
Yeah,
That being said, it still just reminds me of. Have you ever heard the game Zool?
I have not.
It was like a little ninja, just running through levels and having to get from classic platformers. But that was sponsored by Chupa Chups,
Okay.
What's Chupa
so it was
Chups?
just Chupa Chups
Wait.
lollies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
The
or
lovely.
or Cool Spot for the Mega Drive
Cool Whip.
or Genesis. That was basically
Cool Whip.
the red spot from 7 Up as an anthropomorphized character. It had arms, legs, and sunglasses. But it was a 7 Up game. There was also one for McDonald's. Now that I remember as well. Oh God, no, that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. Please stop me. Um,
Okay.
help.
Okay,
Oh,
there,
thanks.
Alice.
Okay, cool.
All right. So is that
Alice.
the end
I
of the
guess
news?
that is the end of the news.
So then I guess we have to do our ending, which is if you like what you
Farewell.
see, like, follow, subscribe, share us, tell your friends about us. We really
Yeah,
appreciate all that, and
yeah, we're shareable.
yeah, tell us what we did that you do like and what we don't like, and we'll do what we can to try to make this more fun for everybody.
Yeah,
So
and
audio versions of this are available everywhere you get a podcast, and see you guys later.
farewell.
Unless Ryan has something to say.
No, I'm good. Watch our arcane videos, maybe,
Yeah, if you got some time, watch an arcane video or two.
or let it run in the background. Eh.
Bye.